Hello class. So today we are going to study an interesting topic, and this topic is related to one of the great movements which led to the independent India. These movements are from the beginning of independence towards getting independence. The emergence of nationalism. India was the people of India. All the people, irrespective of their class, color, caste, creed, language, or gender, are Indians. The awareness of being Indian and its resources and systems were meant for all of them led to see the tree's nature and the role in the British India. The political associations came into being in 1870s and 1880s. Pune Sarvajanik Sabha and many such associations functioned in specific parts of the country. Their goals were stated as the goals of all the people of India, not those of any region or any particular region. They worked with the idea that the people should be sovereign, a modern consciousness, and a key feature of nationalism. So, nationalism is something comes like unity in India, irrespective of which caste, color, creed, or language they belong to, or which genders. They are all considered as Indian as together as a whole. And the political associations came into being by 1870s and 1880s. Pune Svarjanik Sabha was made, and many other associations like that was made to state the goal for all the people of the India. The arms, so there were many acts being passed. The Arms Act was passed in 1878, disallowing Indians from possessing arms. So Arms Act was made, like people who were having guns or rifles. So it was illegal for them to own such arms. Then another act known as Vernacular Act 1878, which allowed the government to confiscate the assets of newspapers, including their printing presses. If the newspaper published anything, they will be found objectionable. So people like they cannot publish anything on the newspapers. This comes under the Vernacular Act 1878. In 1883, Lord Ripon's law member Sir Courtenay Albert introduced a bill called Albert Bill. The bill provided for the trial of British or European persons by Indian and sought equality between British and Indian judges in the country. So, an Albert Bill was passed by Sir Courtenay Albert in 1883. And the Indian National Congress, which was established in 1885 by a British servant, Allen Octavian Hume. It includes 72 delegates from different parts of the country. The main leader of the organization were Dadabhai Naroji, W.C. Banerjee, Sundarenabad Banerjee, Ramesh Chandra Dutt, S. Subramanian Iyer, Firoz Shah Mehta, Baruddin Taibji. So, National Congress, Indian National Congress was established in 1885 by Allen Octavian, and it includes 72 delegates from different parts of the country which represented their regions. So there are many names included in that. So there are P instructions. The answers of these questions will be given in the description box. Do pause the video and solve these questions. The bill provided by the trial of British or European persons by Indians. It is known as the Arms Act 1878, Vernacular Act 1878, Albert Bill 1883. Indian National Congress, which was established in 1885, 1886, 1887, 1889. Vaishnavi is an owner of local newspaper. Her printing press confiscated by Britishers, and after she wrote an article about them, so she's under which act her press will confiscate? The first option is Arms Act 1878. the Vernacular Act 1878, Albert Bid 1883. So write your answers. A nation in the making. Indian National Congress has two groups, namely moderates and radicals. Moderates were those who believed in pleading with the British government to bring out reforms. Radicals were those who wanted to oppose the British strongly and they will favor of strikes and boycott. A greater voice of Indians in the government and in administration was their demand. It demanded the separation of judiciary from the executive, the repeal of Arms Act, and freedom of speech and expression. The early Congress raised a number of economic issues. It declared the British rule has led to poverty and famines, increase in land revenue has impoverished peasants and zamindars. There were food shortage because of exports and grain to Europe. So, like Indian Congress were mainly divided into two groups, moderates and radicals. Moderates were those people who pleading with British government, and the radicals were who was opposing the Britishers strongly, and they wanted to boycott the reforms or laws made by the British. So, administration and government against that there was a complete demand of the Indians. It demanded the separation of judiciary and abolition of Arms Act, and Congress raised many number of issues like how much the peasants were suffering. There was shortage of food, exports has been increased to European countries. So like people were under poverty and famine. So there were many issues which led to degradation of the people living in India and their conditions. Freedom is our birthright. In Bengal, Maharashtra, and Punjab, leaders such as Bipin Chandra Pal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Lala Lajpat Rai, popularly known as Lal Bal Pal, strongly criticized the policies of colonial government. So there is a term you must have heard about it, Lal Bal Pal. So it is used for the people named Bipin Chandra Pal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai. They demanded Swaraj. Tilak, his Bal Gangadhar Tilak, he declared that freedom is my birthright and I shall have it. Obviously, every person in India needed freedom because they were exploited and suppressed by the British rule. In 1905, Viceroy Curzon announced the partition of biggest province British of India, Bengal, which included Bihar and many parts of Odisha. So in 1905, as you know, partition of Bengal took place. It was one of the biggest province as East India Company was established there. So Viceroy Curzon he took this decision because people was opposing them. The partition of Bengal infuriated people all over India. Both the moderate and radical protested the partition. Large public meetings and demonstrations were organized. People, in order to show that they are united, tied Rakhi on each other's wrist, celebrated Raksha Bandhan, and this led to the birth of Swadeshi movement. So during the partition of Bengal, people were protesting, and that movement together was known as Swadeshi movement. People were being united and fighting against Britishers for the first time, and it was the Swadeshi movement which led during the partition of Bengal. The Swadeshi movement sought to oppose British rule and encourage the ideas of self-help, Swadeshi enterprise, national education, use of Indian languages. To fight for Swaraj, the radical advocated mass mobilization, boycott of British institutions and goods. Some individuals also began to suggest that revolutionary violence would be necessary to overthrow British rule. A group of Muslim landlords and Nawabs formed the All India Muslim League at Dhaka in 1906. The league supported the partition of Bengal. It desired separate electorates for Muslims, a demand conceded by the government in 1909. So in Swadeshi movement, British were completely opposed, and self-help and independent people was the main agenda of the movement. Education for all, use of Indian languages, boycotting British goods and institution, and during that time, All India Muslim Leagues were formed in Dhaka in 1906. The Congress split in 1907, known as Surat Split. The moderates were opposed to use of boycott. So now the moderates, they do not want to use of boycott. So Congress split took place in 1907, which is known as the Surat Split. The two groups reunited in December 1915. Next year, the Congress and the Muslim League signed a historic Lucknow Pact and decided to work together for the representative government in the country. So in 1950, after that next 1 year, the Congress and the Muslim League, the Congress for Hindus, Muslim League for Muslim people, they all united together and they signed the Lucknow Pact. It was done in 1916, and together to stand against the British government. So P instructions for you. Which of the following statement is not applicable on moderates? Demanded the separation of judiciary from executive, civil services exams to be conducted in India, declared the British rule has led to poverty, revolutionary violence would be necessary to overthrow British rule. Tilak declared freedom is my birthright and I shall have it. True or false? Choose the best option regarding Lucknow Pact. It was signed in 1916. Decided that now moderates and liberals will work together. First is true, second is false. Second is true, but first is false. Both are true or both are false. Mark your options, students. Swadeshi movement is started after the Bengal partition. True or false? The growth of mass nationalism. After 1919, the struggle against Britain rule gradually became a mass movement involving peasants, tribal students, women, and a large number of factory workers. So in 1919, the whole India was fighting against Britain rule. The First World War broke out in 1914 and altered the economic and political situation in India. India was dragged into the war. This led to a huge rise in defense expenditure of the government of India. So as in First World War, India was dragged. India was not a part of it, but Britishers made India a part of it. So complete expenditure of defense was from India. It was not from Britain. And therefore economic downfall was there in the economy of India. Increased military expenditure and the demands of the war supplies led to a sharp rise in the prices, which create great difficulty for common peoples. So as all the money was used in the World War by the Britain, so there was a rise in the prices of things. So all the common people were suffering. The war led that Britishers to expand their army. The government forced the villages in India to send their soldiers for an allying cause. So as war was taking place, Britishers want to expand their army. So they asked people from the villages to come and support them. The advent of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was born on 2nd October 1869 at Porbandar in Gujarat. He studied law in England and went to South Africa to practice law and stayed there for 20 years. So these are some descriptions about Mr. Mahatma Gandhi, and we are going to study that. He emerged as a mass leader of India. In South Africa, Gandhi's struggle for Indian is non-violent marches against racist, skin color, and discrimination, and earned a great respect and popularity both at national and international levels. Mahatma Gandhi spent his initial years in India traveling throughout the country, understanding the people and their needs and the overall situation. Gandhiji launched local movements in Champaran, Kheda and Ahmedabad, in which he received success. Gandhiji's method of fighting was known as Satyagraha, which was based on the principles of truth and nonviolence. So basically, it is about the life of Gandhiji's. He began to fight against racist in that is skin color discrimination in the country in South Africa, and the initial movements that took place and that was led by Gandhiji was in Champaran. It was for indigo workers. Kheda was and Ahmedabad for milk workers, and they received a success. People used to follow Mahatma Gandhi after that. So the way of fighting was known as Satyagraha, and he used to firmly believe in truth and non-violence. The Rowlatt Satyagraha. In 1919, the government passes the Rowlatt Act and empowered the provincial government to search any place and arrest any person whom it suspected without a warrant. So Rowlatt Act was like anyone they wish they find suspect of something, they can arrest them. They are free to do so. Gandhiji launched a satyagraha against the Rowlatt Act, which curbed the fundamental rights such as freedom of expression and strengthened police powers. So as police people were given freedom to arrest anybody, as they can suspect them and they can arrest anybody. So Gandhiji launched a satyagraha against the Rowlatt Act. Mahatma Gandhi and Muhammad Ali Jinnah criticized the act as devilish and tyrannical. They thought it lost the freedom of people. In April 1919, a nationwide hartal was launched and government used brutal measures to suppress them. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre inflicted by General Dyer in Amritsar on Vaisakhi Day was a part of repression. Okay, so Rowlatt Act, the support the for boycotting this law or act made by Britishers. Jallianwala Bagh was also a part of massacre was also part of it. Gandhiji launched local movements in Champaran to fight against the indigo cultivation. True and false. Mark your answers. Choose the incorrect option regarding Rowlatt Act. It was passed in 1919. Anyone can put into custody without trials. Jallianwala Bagh massacre was a result of this act. Gandhiji gave a call for the Satyagraha. Choose the best option for the struggles after 1919. The struggles against British rule gradually became a mass movement. Russian Revolution in 1970s was one of the factors behind these struggles. First is true but second is false. Second is true but first is false. Both are true or both are false. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre. On April 13, 1999, on the day of Vaisakhi, people gathered at Jallianwala Bagh for celebration and for public meeting. General Dyer, a British officer, entered the Jallianwala Bagh, logged all the entries, and ordered his troops to start firing at the crowd. Thousands of people were killed. The country was shocked by this incident. All national leaders protested strongly against this cruel act. So there was a peaceful celebration of Vaisakhi taking place on April 13, 1919. Jallianwala Bagh. General Dyer suddenly comes and asks his police persons to lock all the gates so that nobody should come in more and nobody should go out. There was a huge crowd of common people there, and he asked them to start firing at that crowd. People died, people were crying, many lost their family members. The country was shocked and everybody protested against this cruel act done by General Dyer. Khilafat agitations and non-cooperation movement. In 1920, the British imposed a harsh treaty on the Turkish Sultan or Khalifa. He was deprived of political powers and authority. The Khilafat movement was launched by Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, wished to initiate the full-fledged non-cooperation movement against the British under the leadership of Gandhiji and demanded Swaraj. So in 1920, Turkish Sultan Khalifa, all the powers for him was taken. All the political powers and authority from him was taken. So against that act of British, a Khilafat movement was conducted by Muhammad Ali Jinnah and Shaukat Ali under the alliances with Gandhiji, and they demanded Swaraj and non-cooperation with the British people. In 1921 or 22, the non-cooperation movement gained momentum. Thousands of students left the government-controlled school and colleges. Many lawyers such as Motilal Nehru, C.R. Das, C. Rajagopalachari, Asaf Ali gave up their practices. British titles were surrendered. Legislatures boycott. People lit public bonfires for foreign clothes. So after that, people started boycotting the colleges, schools of Britishers. People, like many lawyers, left their jobs. People boycotted foreign clothes, and many people who were having British titles, like having good posts, they also boycotted their posts. People initiatives were taken. In Kheda, Gujarat, Patidhar, peasants organized non-violence campaigns against the high revenue demand of the Britishers. So in Gujarat, Kheda and Patidhar, people were against British rule as they were demanding high revenue. So they were fighting non-violent campaigns. In coastal Andhra and interior Tamil Nadu, liquor shops were picked. In Bengal, the Khilafat Non-Cooperation Alliance gave enormous communal unity and strength to the national people. So it was like a different part of the part of the regions. People were together, united and fighting against Britishers. In Punjab, the Akali agitation of the Sikhs sought to remove corrupt Mahants supported by Britishers from their gurdwaras. The happening of 1922 and 29. In February 1922, a crowd of peasants set a fire to a police station at Chorachari. Gandhiji was against violence and thus called off the national non-cooperation movement immediately. So in 1922 February, the peasants set fire at a police station. So it was something that took place violently. So there only Gandhiji boycotted the movement and called it off. Chittaranjan Das and Motilal Nehru argued that the party should fight elections to the council and enter them in order to influence the government policies. Civil disobedience movement was launched in 1930 under the leadership of Gandhiji. So after the call off of the non-cooperation movement, there was civil disobedience movement that took place in 1930. The formation of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh RSS, the Communist Party of India, were the two important developments in mid 1920. So these were the two important developments that took place. The Congress resolved the fight for Purna Swaraj, complete independence. Now, people wanted complete independence. They do not want independence of particular issues or the exploitation or the suppression, but they wanted complete independence from the rule of British. In 1929, under the presidency of Jawaharlal Nehru and 26 January 1936, we continually observe the Independence Day all over India. B. Instructions for you students. Choose the incorrect statement about non-cooperation movement. Students were not actively involved. Titles were surrendered and legislatures boycotted. People lit public bonfire of foreign clothes. None of the above. Where the corrupt Mahants were removed. Punjab, Bengal, Gujarat or Odisha. Choose the best option regarding Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. It is a Communist Party of India. It was founded in 1920. First is true but second is false. Second is true but first is false. Both are true or both are false. The Congress resolved to fight for Purna Swaraj complete independence in 1929 under the presidency of Mahatma Gandhi. True or false? The March to Dandi. In 1930, Gandhiji started the march to break the salt law. So, like salt is a common thing that every person need to eat. So there was a tax imported on the production of salt and the purchase of salt. So there was a protest against it, led by Gandhiji in 1930. Gandhiji and his followers marched from Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad to the coastal town of Dandi in Surat, where they broke the salt law by gathering natural salt from the seashore and boiling sea water to produce salt. The combined struggles of Indian people bore fruit when the Government of India Act in 1935 prescribed the provincial autonomy and the government announced election of the provincial legislature in 1937. So Gandhiji marched from Sabarmati in ashram in Ahmedabad to the coastal town of Dandi. They made salt out of that and broke the salt law created by Britishers. The Second World War broke in September 1939. The Congress leaders were ready to support the British war effort. But in return, they wanted that India will be granted independence after the war. The British refused to concede the demand and the Congress minister resigned in protest. So the Second World War broke, and again, as earlier Britishers wanted the help of Indian people, so Congress demanded that if we fight for you in the war, you should give us complete independence. But Britishers refused for that. So at the end, Quit India movement and later, Mahatma Gandhi decided to initiate a new phase of movement against the British in the middle of the Second World War, which was Quit India movement. The first response of British was a severe repression, and at the end of 1943, over 90,000 people were arrested and 1 lakh was killed in police firing. So the Quit India movement was the last movement, and it was conducted during the Second World War. And in return, in that moment, Britishers, many people were killed. Towards independence and partition. In 1940, the Muslim League has moved a resolution demanding independent states for Muslims in non-western and eastern areas of the country. So in 1920, the Muslim League were demanding independent states for Muslim people. The provincial elections of 1937 seem to have convinced the League that Muslims are in minority. So in 1937, Muslim people have known that they are in minority and Hindus are in majority. So they were demanding the separate states for them. The Congress rejection of the League desire to form a joint Congress League government in the United Provinces in 19 also annoyed the League. In 1945, after the end of the war, the British opened negotiations between the Congress and the League and themselves after the independent India. The talks failed because the League elicited demand for Pakistan. As there were meetings taking place, the Muslim League was demanding separate states for them. So they were not coming to any conclusion. In March 1946, the British cabinet sent 3-member mission to Delhi to examine the demand. So in 16 August 1946 was declared as a direct action day by the League. So at that time, people went and saw how people were demanding different nations for Muslim minority. And that day is known as Direct Action Day. That is 16 August 1946. On 3 June 1947, the partition plan was announced and Pakistan came into existence. The joy of our country's independence from British rule came mixed with the pain and violence of partition. So on June 3, 1947, so the partition, Pakistan was to be made. So people were happy also, people were sad also, because they were being separated into different two nations, Pakistan and India. And people were happy also because they were getting freedom from the British rule. P. Instructions. Partition plan was announced and Pakistan came into existence in 3rd June 1947, 4th June 1947, 3rd July 1947, 4th July 1947. Choose the best option regarding Quit India movement. Initiated in the middle of Second World War, over 90,000 people were arrested by the Britishers. First is true but second is false. Second is true but first is false. Both are true and both are false. So mark the correct options.